He hecho cosas horribles, cosas monstruosas, y eso tiene un precio.
It's a sort of natural progression, isn't it, to want to branch out and play as many different types of characters as possible. And I've always been someone who's dreamed of kind of playing in lots of different genres of film, but and also theatre, and just sort of the kind of the variety of it is what I find really very exciting. Kind of trying to morph yourself into somebody else and live inside somebody else's psyche for however many months, and trying to relate to those different characters. This is the first one that's more focused, probably towards an adult market that has been, on a bigger scale. When I first read the book, not when I first read the book, but when I first read the book with a mind to doing the film, I knew that this moment would come where you'd get questions in press junkets about beauty, and do you feel that you can play that, and all this kind of stuff. But for me, the sort of major theme of the novel was always the power of staying young. It was always the contrast between Dorian and the other characters when he came back from his travels and he hadn't aged at all, and the power of that, and if you imagine one of your friends going away and coming back after 25 years and not having changed at all, it would be something that would be terrifying and unnerving. And for me, that was sort of the more relatable theme. It was something more to hold on to, because as you say, ideals of beauty differ vastly from person to person, so you'll never be able to sort of fulfill everyone's expectations of what that might be.
El mundo es tuyo. Propongo causar un pequeño alboroto.
I think the difficult thing was kind of playing a character who doesn't have a soul, because what you relate to when you watch a film, what you relate to in the protagonist is their kind of is their emotional plight. And it's very easy to watch this story and look at a story about things that happen to someone rather than how he's actually kind of feeling on the inside. So that was kind of the main challenge. Well, I don't know. I think the whole sort of didactic, if there is a sort of didactic lesson in the story, it's that you mustn't sell your soul for anything. I think it's one of those kind of eternal things, isn't it? Those eternal lessons that you learn. You learn via children's literature when you're 5 years old. You mustn't, commit to a Faustian pact. You have to retain onto what's human, because that's what makes us, different and special as human beings.
Eres perfecto.
It's something that always has been and always will be very important to us as human beings, because, how we see people aesthetically and physically, biologically, that's how we choose a mate. People always think they're being very superficial to say, oh, I date this beautiful person or whatever, but actually they're just being biologically, they're trying to match themselves as best they can. Clichés are clichés for a reason, and I think that true beauty is on the inside is a cliché because it's something that is true. I'll take it. You'd rather take a sense of humour over a kind of long pair of legs or flowing mane of hair any day.
Esta no es mi verdadera cara. Nunca envejezco. Nunca tengo cicatrices. ¿Qué eres? Aquello en lo que tú me has convertido.
As proved by the film, you end up a kind of balding, syphilitic, grotesque man on fire.